Hey everybody, it's our favorite time of the month because it's Soul Spa with Bev Wood and the full moon celebration. Hi, Bev.
Hi, Paul. Thank you. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone.
So we're just going to let Bev take off and tell us what's in store for this full moon coming up Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep, tomorrow. Yep,
All right. Take it away.
absolutely. All right. Well, as Paul said, tomorrow, November 5th, actually it's 6:15 a.m. Tucson time. You can adjust the time. Somebody told me that we've changed times on Sunday. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway, you'll figure it out. So we want to look at the Scorpio Full Moon Festival. And knowing that the sun itself, divine consciousness, is in Scorpio, and its polarity, this full moon is the sun and the moon in polarity, is in the sign of Taurus. That this is so the sun, remember, is divine consciousness. The moon is the collective consciousness of humanity. So what do we want to do? We're working to bring our little collective consciousness under the control of the divine. This is really part of the process here for this fourth kingdom called humanity. So remember, the moon really has no light of its own, as we're told, no life, no light. Everything that we see during these four phases of the moon is in relationship with the sun itself. So the sun is the heart of the whole solar system. So this is what these full moon festivals are offering us as a group to bring ourselves into that alignment. So before I speak about Scorpio and Taurus, it's interesting that as we are going to move into, remember, the rays, the energies qualifying all of life, those seven rays, both of these signs come under the influence of the fourth ray of harmony through conflict. Yes, indeed. How appropriate, because this is what's happening. So, this full moon is potent, it's very powerful for us. So, and you'll see why when we start to discuss these signs. So, let's start with Scorpio. The sun is in Scorpio. Scorpio is a fixed water sign. And all of the water signs are an element of emotion. When I say fixed, I mean very intense. Scorpio is a very intense, fixed emotional energy. We ultimately come into our spiritual value systems, our shared resources under this energy. And you'll see why in a minute, because it is just the opposite of Taurus, its polarity. So its keynote is I desire. This is the big battle that begins in this sign for all of us. So, in the astrological story of the unfolding light, remember we're doing that. Scorpio is called the light of day. And it is said this is where the three lights meet: the light of form, the light of the soul, and the light of life itself. This is where the soul and the personality enter onto the battleground. It's a battle for control, and the control is always for the soul on the mental plane to control the emotional energy in all of us. It's rampant, it's ancient karma. So we enter into a true battle. It's a battle between the mind and the emotions. And it takes the warrior. Scorpio is the true warrior on the path. It takes us through these stages of transformation from emotional bondage to freedom on the mental plane. This is the immediate goal for humanity itself. Think about how we have been kept in bondage from our desires, what I want, what I need, what I think I have to have. It has colored everything for us. And now the battle has begun. So let me go through these stages, 4 stages. It's a story of unfoldment in Scorpio. These stages are: one, conflict. The scorpion. The scorpion what? Just reacts, knee jerk. If it feels threatened, it just wants to sting. The second is aspiration. This is the symbol of the snake starting to gain wisdom a little bit, aspiration, coming out of that hold of desire into something a little higher. Mastery, the eagle, starting to be the master on the mental plane. And then the last stage is triumph, the phoenix, where all of that lower dross is burnt up and we are free. And here is the soul keynote. Warrior I am, and from the battle I emerge triumphant. Warrior I am, and from the battle I emerge triumphant. This is the call of freedom. So let's look at the rulerships. The traditional ruler of Scorpio is Mars. Mars is the driving force of desire and focused intention. What are we focused on? Well, I said a few minutes ago, as a collective, we have been focused on what I want, what I desire. It's colored everything for us. Scorpio is the planet of war and conflict and tension. And so through Scorpio, its purpose is to finally bring us to such a point of tension, we become dissatisfied with all of that stuff that we want to have, that lure of the material world. It no longer holds us enthralled. And this is when the battle begins. It begins with this entering into the conflict. And I don't really, what used to fulfill me doesn't fulfill me anymore. This is happening individually and as a group. This is part of our tension, part of our dissatisfaction with the world of material stuff that we ourselves have created. And so then the co-ruler, this amazing planet of transformation called Pluto, it is power. It is the revealer of that which has been hidden in the darkness within us. And its purpose is to transform what no longer is useful. It exposes all of that, and it must be acknowledged and willing to be changed. It is the beginning of the death of desire. Remember, I said Scorpio, I desire. The death of desire and the transforming birthing of aspiration. Aspiration is the bridge between desire and love, the heart. Okay, so the goal through Scorpio is for the soul to finally control the personality. This is the only way that we're going to emerge triumphant from the battle. And when this takes place, we rise as the phoenix from those ashes of all that burnt up dross of the lower self. Then we can truly become the spiritual warrior. That is our purpose, individually and as a group. So let's take a look at the polarity. Taurus. Taurus is a fixed earth. Remember, they're both fixed signs, very, very grounded. It's a practical, it's an element of practicality. All the earth signs are. They work on those levels. So it's in Taurus that we develop our sense of values. We set those foundations. We learn our value systems and develop our attitudes about the material world. So what's interesting is Taurus is the embodiment of desire. And its keyword is I have. So we have, I desire. Boy, these two, no wonder this is the battleground, right? Because this is exactly where we are and where we need to be right now. Because for ages, humanity has been hypnotized by the material world, and it has dictated our sense of security through our feelings of what we have and what we need and what we think we have to be secure and to be happy. And this has led to our own self-worth issues, how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about each other. So just to tell you, the moon is exalted in Taurus. So what a profound presence right now. This is going to offer us the opportunity to embrace our kinship with nature, the earth, the mother. And then we can embrace our stewardship. Remember, we are the stewards of the three lower kingdoms of earth. Taurus is fixed earth. This is offering us an amazing opportunity. On a little higher note, Taurus becomes what is called the eye of illumination. Remember, it is the ruler of the Buddha, the sign of the Buddha. And when this is opened, this single eye is opened, we then can become a source of radiating light, and that will pour into the physical world for the spiritualization of all forms. This is one of our true purposes here, guys. So let's take this opportunity during this full time. Remember, 3 days. Today begins the stage of preparation. Tomorrow, the actual full moon day, is the holding in the chalice, the day of safeguarding, all those inpouring energies that are coming in for us to have the opportunity to participate with. And then the day after, the day of distribution, the precipitation of all that which we have been holding during these 3 days. So this is a time for us to really reassess our priorities, our spiritual values. I will tell you again, our true purpose here is to align our little desires and our purpose with the earth logos, his plan, his purpose. We live and move and have our being within this great embodiment, this great divine consciousness. Oh my gosh, it's so time. And so I will leave you with that. I wish you all full moon blessings all the time throughout the year. This one is a powerful, profound time. Let's take advantage of it. Thank you.
And thank you. Yes. Couple of things. First, again, give us the mantra for this time, and then also one of the things I really latched onto was this is a time of being dissatisfied. I'm reminded of Krishnamurti, who talked about the importance of creative discontent. So,
Right.
again, go over how can we use this discontent, this becoming dissatisfied, without becoming despondent?
Oh, absolutely. Well, for one thing, we have to remember that the cause of everything is a spiritual cause. We're already connected to that. As I was saying, in Taurus, we as a group have we are the manifestors of what we are experiencing right now. And if we truly look at that, what we have the opportunity to do is say, this is not working for us anymore. This is truly out of balance. And so we have the power to recreate something new. We've always had the power to do that. We've become so immersed in our bondage for what we think is going to make us happy that we have lost sight of the correct use of these values. The earth signs are always about the correct use of the material world. We have not done that as a group. We have created this uh, desire, essence, and this demoting of our own true spiritual value systems for ourselves and for each other. Our whole sense of what we value has been completely skewed. Okay, this is why we have to go through the battle. Let us enter into this battle with an open mind and an open heart and say, we are empowered to change what we now are starting to understand. We have gone off the path of true spiritual purpose here. It's never too late. This is all coming together so that we can recognize within ourselves and our world what we ourselves, if we're powerful enough to create it, we certainly are powerful enough to say, enough. We have to change. That this is not just me saying this. This is being ramified in through all of our conversations now. It's time to change what is we have allowed to overcome us. And so where are we? We are in a state of misery and suffering because of it, of our own device, okay? So here's the good news. We've created this stuff. It's not just some will of something, it's the will of God or it's the will of some. No, we are co-creators. Always have been. And we've created what now we are seeing is harmful to the earth and to ourselves. And I'm just saying, we've also got the power to recreate something new, something higher, something in the light. That's the good news. Yeah.
Okay. And the mantra?
The mantra of Scorpio is warrior I am, and from the battle I emerge triumphant. And I'll just tell you, in the ageless wisdom, humanity itself is called the world disciple, the world savior, the world spiritual warrior. We have to remember we're not doing this alone. This is a group conscious experience here. We are doing this together. We are the warrior, definitely.
All right. Together.
Together we go, together we march.
All right. Thank you, Bev. If you have questions, of course, you can always contact her at the Soul Spa private messenger if you want. So
Please. Yep.
until next week, thanks, Bev. I mean, next month.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.